This bridge has survived for more than 300 years, with not a single support in the middle of the river. But the way they built it is even more impressive. So how did they pull it off? It started with a simple wooden bridge, but the wood quickly rotted and every major flood threatened to wash it away. Then they tried building a stone bridge with supports in the river. That failed too. The riverbed was mostly soft mud and sand, so the foundations kept sinking until the bridge collapsed. Then they found a much smarter solution. Wooden posts were driven into both riverbanks, and thick bamboo cables were stretched between them. Bamboo planks were laid across the cables, creating a basic suspension bridge. But there was one serious problem. Bamboo cables could snap under heavy loads, so they replaced them with massive iron chains. And that created a new challenge. Some of those chains weighed several tons. How could they get them across the river? Their first idea was to pull them with a boat. But once the chains entered the water, the current created so much resistance that the boat tipped over. Then they came up with a clever solution. First, they stretched a temporary cable across the river. Short bamboo tubes were placed around it, acting like rollers. The massive chains were then hung from those rollers. As the bamboo tubes slid along the cable, all 13 chains were moved across the river in a single operation. But the hardest part was still ahead. The combined pull of 13 massive chains was so powerful that ordinary wooden anchors could have been ripped straight out of the ground. So they dug deep anchor pits on both sides of the river. At the bottom, they installed heavy cast iron anchor blocks and reinforced them with vertical iron rods. This created a locked-in foundation strong enough to handle the enormous tension. The ends of all 13 chains were wrapped around the hidden anchor blocks. Then molten iron was poured into the joints, permanently locking everything together. The anchor pits were filled back in with compacted soil and stone, adding even more strength. But the bridge still wasn't ready to cross. Wooden planks were laid across the chains, followed by another layer running lengthwise to create the walkway. Everything was tightly secured with thick iron wire to keep the bridge stable. Finally, pavilions were built at both ends, and that's how a bridge built more than 3 centuries ago is still standing today, with no support in the middle of the river.